Hi, this is Janet with Try It Like It Create It, and today I am going to be etching these salt and pepper shakers with Etchall Etching Creme. And so the first thing I want to do here is to clean it off with some rubbing alcohol, and I just have mine in a spray bottle, so I'm just going to put a little bit on each and then just clean it off just to make sure that surface is clean of anything sticky. And you can hear it squeaking clean. So I have already cut out my vinyl letters, and I am just using Cricut font, and I measured and made sure that they would fit the height of the bottles, and I did not use bold. I just liked the regular Cricut font. And so there is our salt and pepper. So now what I do is I'm going to fold these in half so I know where my center of the letter is, so I can easily place it onto the bottle. And what I'm going to do here is use a little alignment help by using some Scotch tape. And so what I'm going to do here is figure out where the center is and where I want to place this. All right, and then I'm going to tape that in place along the bottom here. So now I can flip this up, I can peel off the backing, and then put it right back down in place. So let me just grab a hold of the backing here for a second. It takes a little bit. All right, so I'm going to fold that up and lay that back down, and then just peel off back and make sure everything is nice and flat. Okay, so that's good. And now I want to just burnish everything down and make sure that it's sealed all the way around the letter, because I don't want any air bubbles. And so just by moving it in the light, I can look and see. I'm using the back of the piece I just peeled off to rub that nice and smooth. All right, and I'm going to do the same for the pepper, and then we'll be ready to etch. So for the next step, I am ready to apply my etching cream. And what I have here is I have a plastic palette knife that I'm going to use to spread out the cream. And then I also have my baby wipes close by, because I'm going to use them for a quick cleanup. One for my palette knife, and then for the salt and pepper jars once I'm done with the application. So I'm going to open up my etching cream, and I'm going to just go in here and grab a nice amount. And it is reusable, so over time it gets darker, but it still works just fine, and you can put it back in the jar. So I'm just putting on a nice smooth layer here, probably more than I need, but like I said, it's reusable, so I'm going to pick it up and put it back in the jar. And so you can see here that I am just doing a really nice coverage on both, and then we're going to wait about 15 minutes and then come back and remove the excess. So that's all there is to it. Super quick, super easy. All right, so I replaced what was on my palette knife back into my jar, and then I'm going to use my baby wipe here. Just move these out of the way. I'm going to use my baby wipe to clean this up. And I'm just going to dispose of this baby wipe. I don't even have to worry about it etching anything that it might come in contact with. So there, I am just going to let those sit for 15 minutes and then we'll come back and finish it up. So 15 minutes have passed and now I'm ready to remove the cream from the glass. And so I'm just going to scrape off. Now I'm not pushing down hard, okay? I am just scraping softly. And then I'm going to put this back in my jar to use again. All right. Now you can't see it, but I have that clear tape down here, so I'm not worried about going off the end or having it etch down there. Okay. So I'm just going to take off what I can and put it back in the jar. And then I am ready for cleanup. So I have my baby wipe here, and I am just going to clean off my palette knife first. And then I am going to wipe down the salt and pepper shakers. Now you can wash this in a sink, and you can run it under water to make sure that you get it all nice and clean. But for a small project like this, I find that a baby wipe works just fine. Alright, so I'm going to dispose of that, and then I am just going to bring in a clean dry cloth and dry that off before I peel off the vinyl. And so the reason I'm doing that is I just want to check and make sure it looks good, and it does. So now I'm just ready to remove it, and I can see I have a little adhesive here on the side that I'm going to have to clean off. But all we need to do now is remove our vinyl and throw that away. And you can see how nice and clean and clear that etch was on there. Alright, so that's one. And here is the next one. And remember, I pushed this vinyl down really, really hard on this glass. So it's taken me just a little bit extra to peel this up. But I'm okay with that because I didn't want it to bleed underneath. All right, so there is that. Now, for the adhesive here, I'm just going to bring in my rubbing alcohol. And get that off there. Hopefully that's enough. Just polish up what's here. And I think I'm going to go over this whole thing with another baby wipe. Sorry for the noise. Alright, I got more than one here. That's okay. So I'm just going to clean this off. Make sure I don't have any sticky residue left from the vinyl or from the tape I used. Alright. Here we go. And then, to finish everything off, I am going to wrap it with a ribbon and a bow to make for a nice little farmhouse looking piece here. So I'm just going to go around that front edge there, tie a knot. I want to get this down below the lid so that I can take the lid on and off as needed. And then I'm just going to loop these together. And I like the look of this, but also it would be a really cute little housewarming gift for someone, or a hostess gift, or just for your own farmhouse kitchen. Alright, so I just need to fiddle with the bow a little bit. And I think I might have even been off camera there because I was focused on taking care of that bow. But I'm going to cut at an angle here for each side. There we go. And so there is our etched pepper. And I just need to go in and do the same for the salt. And I might even put a little glue behind this bow because it's fighting me to stay straight. But I might tack a little glue in there just to make it stay in place.